In the quiet town of Eastbourne, England, nothing exciting ever happened, unless you counted the annual bake sale mishaps or Mrs. Wellington's cat getting stuck in a tree every other week. So when a man strode into the local bank with determination in his eyes and a folded piece of paper in his hand, the staff were prepared for anything except what came next. His name was Alan Slattery, although the world would soon learn it long before he ever expected. Alan had recently fallen on tough times, but instead of picking up extra shifts or selling old furniture like everyone else, he had decided, through a series of questionable late-night thoughts, that he would try his hand at bank robbery. Unfortunately for him, planning was not his strongest skill. He approached the teller window with a seriousness he hoped would intimidate. His hands trembled slightly as he slid the folded note across the counter. The teller, who had been working in the bank for 15 years and had seen everything from counterfeit coins to customers arguing about overdraft fees, opened the note without fear. Then she squinted. It wasn't the threat that confused her. It was the handwriting. It looked like a chicken had danced across the page with muddy feet. She glanced up at Alan, who nodded intensely, hoping she understood his message. "Sir," she said gently, "I'm terribly sorry, but I can't read this." Alan froze. Of all the problems he had imagined, alarms blaring, security guards tackling him, illegible handwriting had not been one. He gestured awkwardly, trying to mime "give me the money," which only made him look like he was performing a very hesitant magic trick. The teller, unable to decipher either the scribbles or the mime show, politely excused herself, saying she would get someone who might understand. She walked into the back office and closed the door, leaving Alan standing alone with his hands hovering awkwardly midair. After a few moments of sheer panic, Alan quietly backed away from the counter, slipped out of the bank, and disappeared into the street. When the staff finally examined the note under better lighting, hoping to understand what had just happened, they flipped it over, and that's when they saw it. Printed neatly on the back of the threatening message, completely clear and completely unavoidable, was Alan Slattery's name, address, and workplace. He had written his robbery note on a payslip. Police later joked that they didn't need CCTV footage, witness descriptions, or even fingerprints. They simply followed the address on the paper. When they arrived at Alan's home, they found him sitting in his kitchen drinking tea, looking like someone who deeply regretted his life choices. His unsuccessful crime quickly became local legend, the robber who left behind the most convenient clue in the history of law enforcement. In the end, the town of Eastbourne returned to its quiet routine, but with a new favorite story to tell. And Alan? He learned one important lesson. If you're going to attempt a robbery, at least don't sign your name.